Hey guys, how's it going? Waffles here, and welcome back to some more Medieval 2 Total War. Today we're going to be taking a look at a 2 versus 2 taking place on Grassy Plains. We do have the factions of France and Spain allied together versus the forces of Venice and the Byzantine Empire. Now, France is made up of mostly chivalric knights, feudal knights in the center. He does have some armored sergeants over here on the flanks, on both flanks actually. And this is also Bismarck, by the way. So France is commanded by Bismarck. He has, for his cavalry force, a general's bodyguard late period. He has noble knights and some more noble knights over here, as well as chivalric knights. And he sneakily put some dismounted noble knights amongst his cavalry force. So any enemy cavalry that tries to charge these guys, they're also going to be treated to a nasty surprise when they get there in melee, because these guys can utterly shred cavalry when they're in melee. Let's see, he also has 2 units of Scots Guard in the back, and his general in a late period general's bodyguard unit. His ally Skeletoy is already rushing ahead of me over here. This is the same Skeletoy that later joins Arm Clan, by the way. He's got a unit of Conquistador cavalry, and it looks like he has 4 chivalric knights and the general's bodyguard with the general in it. He's got a bunch of heavy infantry. He's got dismounted feudal knights. He's got spear militia over here to lead the charge, kind of stop any charging cavalry. He's got a bunch of these heavily mounted conquistadors. These guys are very fierce, very vicious, and they are going to tear apart a lot of these Byzantine soldiers over here. And lastly, on his right flank, he has a bunch of dismounted chivalric knights. And he's going to be facing off against the Byzantine Empire, commanded by Flank Sinatra. Flank Sinatra has 4 units of Byzantine Guard archers. Let me just pause that right there. 3 units of Varangian Guard infantry, so great infantry to kill cavalry. He has dismounted Lanicon, 2 units of them. General's bodyguard, dismounted Latincon for his infantry. And it looks like he has 3 units of Cataphractoi, very good heavy cavalry with maces and also very cool looking armor. So these guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And it also looks like he has on the far right flank a unit of Allen Light Cavalry trying to flank around. And now his ally, Flank Sinatra, his ally Venice, commanded by Slow Rabbit. He has 2 units of Sergeant Spearmen. He has 4 units of Pavis Crossbow Militia. And for his cavalry force, he has 2 units of Stratiots, very good light cavalry with maces. He has Venetian heavy infantry, dismounted broken lances, more Venetian heavy infantry, dismounted feudal knights, more Venetian heavy infantry, and some more dismounted broken lances. So he's got a very strong infantry force, and it looks like they're all very nicely upgraded, very highly upgraded, with armor upgrades. He's got 3 units of Knights Hospitallers, very good cavalry force, and a late period general's bodyguard with general in it. So let's go ahead and start this battle. And it looks like the first charge is going to happen right here between Spain and the Byzantine Empire. We have Latincon moving up, and looks like they're going to stop just short, which means the chivalric knights are going to get a very nice charge on them. And look at these guys clash. Now the Cataphractoi are in. And the general's bodyguard getting in on some of the action. The Varangian Guard trying to support the cavalry. Oh no, and right away the Byzantine general is dead. And against Spain, that's going to be a very tough fight. Latincon pursuing the routing Spanish cavalry, but they're getting stuck on Spanish infantry. Venice trying to send some Stratiots over to help out his ally who just lost his general. And France trying to help out his ally as well. We have some more chivalric knights coming in. They need to try to turn this flank around. Allied light cavalry charging into the general. That could be very dangerous. Meanwhile, France is charging into some, looks like stationary cavalry over here. And their infantry force has moved up, but they've yet to really engage. Venice looks like they reformed their line at an angle here. They're trying to fight off France, but they just got really grossly charged over here by these French knights. And these guys just went from having 60 guys to just 21. And that's why you always want to have your cav supported by infantry in front of them. France getting some very nice charges here. And on this side, Spain is having trouble breaking through, and they have this huge unit of chivalric knights. A very nice healthy unit of 14 routing. It's never good to see routing cav. Some Allied light cavalry charging into the rear of these Spanish troops, and they break the spear militia. And they break the feudal knights as well. And now more units are routing. Chivalric knights coming in, getting a nice charge into these Allied light cavalry. And the cataphractii coming in for support. Meanwhile on this side, Venice trying to fight off this French incursion into their lands.
The enemy is badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
And here we see those nice dismounted noble knights totally shredding apart this Venetian cavalry. They're very dangerous in melee. You don't want to get them stuck in between your cavalry. But France looks like they're totally overpowering Venice. It doesn't look like they have much of an army left. Some nice crossfire here from the Pavese crossbows, getting some shots off on these knights. And it looks like most of Spain is actually gone now too.
The enemy is badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Just a few troops left for Spain, very few cavalry. Venice coming in to support.
Très bien. The enemy general lies dead. We have
And I think that was Venice's general that just died. He's got very few troops left, and there's a lot of French forces coming in over to the Byzantine side now. Some general's bodyguard trying to kill off the other Spanish general's bodyguard, and now they're routing. And it looks like the Byzantine Empire has routed Spain from the field. And now they gotta regroup and fight off France's forces. Venice's Pavese crossbows making a desperate last stand against these professional knights. They need reinforcements right away. But there's a lot of Byzantine Empire infantry coming back. They're there to support their allies. You have some knights charging into the Byzantine guard archers. And France still has some cavalry left. Venice has some cavalry left. And a little bit of infantry. And now this fight's probably going to decide the rest of this battle, because there's a lot of French forces here, there's a lot of Byzantine forces here, and this is kind of just like what's left over of both armies. We have some Venetian Stratiots routing. Some Sergeant Spearmen are coming in trying to support their ally. There's even cataphracts in the mix of this melee engagement. And the French general gets a very nice charge on this unit of Sergeant Spearmen. Byzantine general's bodyguard trying to stave off any attacks from this French general's bodyguard, but it looks like they're totally wrecking havoc all across the field. And now they're going to get a very nice charge off right into the backs of all this Byzantine infantry. French Scots Guard firing in the back. And we have some dismounted feudal knights from Venice coming in, trying to kill off these Scots Guard, which is so dangerous to have in the late game when they can shoot at enemy cavalry still left alive. These are a lot of French forces all clumped up here. And the Byzantine Empire getting a very nice cycle charge off into the backs of these dismounted chivalric knights from France. There's still a lot of Byzantine Guard archers here in the back. These guys would make a great reinforcement force for these guys fighting here because they've just broke right now. Byzantine Guard archers firing volleys, but they really need to get into melee. And this is it. This is going to be the final battle. Byzantine Guard archers versus dismounted noble knights. And the general's bodyguard getting a very nice charge off on the back of these French infantry. Oh no, but the Byzantine emperor, he's cut down by the French general. Byzantine Guard archers are actually winning over these dismounted noble knights. Very nice charge here. Byzantine Empire trying to surround France. The units are shaken. Both units are shaken and steady. The general's bodyguard from France charging into these remnants of the Byzantine Guard archers that are not in melee. If they can only kill this general, they might be able to have a chance to win. Some dismounted Byzantine lancers coming into the rear of these engaged dismounted noble knights. This could definitely spell disaster for them. They're also getting shot in the back by the Scots Guard.
We must push our advantage.
And this is just such a crazy and close fight at the moment. Both units are shaken, both units are tired. And here comes the French general into the back of these Byzantine Empire troops. The French knights fighting on for their general who's nearby. Oh, but we have some troops breaking from France. These Byzantine Guard archers are definitely worth their weight in gold. Meanwhile, the general's still trying to kill off this entire unit all by himself. Oh, and he's struck down. He's struck down by the Byzantine Guard archers. And now, only Byzantine Guard archers remain. And this one unit of chivalric knights. Let's see, can you get a kill? Come on, get a kill. France does have some Scots Guard left over. He has 12 and 21 versus 8, 3, and 18. And the Byzantine Guard archers charging into the Scots Guards. The Scots Guards charging back. And this leftover unit is also shooting them. And now the other unit of Byzantine Guard archers is coming in for the fight. They've killed off that unit of chivalric knights that was left over. Oh, but some of them start to rout. The Byzantine Guard archers are routing. That was a huge force of 12 there. Well, huge relative to what they're fighting. They were fighting only with 17. And now we have another 17 Byzantine Guard archers charging into the remaining Scots Guards. And these guys are coming back. 12 more Byzantine Guard archers. Oh, but now these guys are routing. And Scots Guards right into the flank of these Byzantine Guard archers. And now these guys are outnumbered. But there's help coming. There's 12 more men that can fight. Oh, but these guys are routing. Byzantine Guard archers are routing, and now what's left are 6 Scots Guards and 20 Scots Guards total to 12 Byzantine Guard archers. And these poor men are dying over this beautiful, beautiful field of flowers. They have 7 men. Can they do it? 7 versus 12 and 6. They're greatly outnumbered. If only these guys could come back and help. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to make it. Only 4 Scots Guard Byzantine Guard archers left. Oh, look at that kill.
It could easily have been us, slain and defeated on the field.
Oh man, that was so close. That was a great battle. So thank you very much for sending that in, Bismarck. It was great to watch. Very fun, very action-paced. So it looks like Frank Sinatra got the most kills, along with Bismarck. Let's see who Bismarck's greatest unit was. Looks like General's Bodyguard with 141 kills. Scots Guard doing very well. They really saved the game there for them. Noble Knights getting very nice kills. And also as a side note, this was actually a battle between Bismarck and Skulatoy and Brancaleone and Waffles, because Slow Rabbit is actually Brancaleone and Flank Sinatra is actually my own alter alias when I play online without our arm tags. So that's those are kind of one of the names that we use. So congrats Bismarck and Skulatoy. And thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.